Hey guys, what's up? How are you all doing? It's your girl Georgia, and welcome back to my page. So, guys, this is my second live stream. So, I'm just going to be here for you to chill with me. It is Thursday and it is the weekend here. So I just want you to come on and just chill with me. I know it might not be the weekend where you're watching from. However, it's my weekend, but I just want you to come on and chill with me and be free to ask any questions that you would like answered. And I'm going to be also answering some frequently asked questions just to give you some insight. So you can just chill here with me and write your comments or any questions you might have in the chat box. And as soon as you join, guys, I want you to give the video a thumbs up. Yes, as soon as you come on, give the video a thumbs up. And you can comment in the comment section and tell me where you are watching from. Okay? Yes, so as soon as you come on, just go ahead and like the video and also comment in the comment section and tell me where you are watching from. Okay? So this is just going to be a chill with me, like I said, and also a Q and A, so you can go ahead and ask me questions, and I will also be answering some frequently asked questions that some of you leave in the comments section. All right, so go ahead and comment and tell me where you are watching from. Okay, so hi, Marlene Smart. Thank you for joining. So I can see you're watching from Jamaica. Thank you so much for joining. I'm assuming that you are a teacher, Marlene. Are you interested in working here in the UAE? Hi, Misbah. How are you? Where are you watching from, Misbah? I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Where are you watching from? So welcome once more to my channel. Oh, you're watching from Dubai. Thank you for joining. Yes, so I'm going to be answering some frequently asked questions. So as soon as you join, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. Yes, just go ahead and like the video. All right, so this is not going to be a long live stream anyways. All right, so one frequently asked question is, I'm going to be looking from my phone to see some of the questions that have been asked. So one of the frequently asked questions, especially from females, is that, is it strict in Abu Dhabi? Or hi, official volcano in the building. Thank you for joining. Remember to like the video as soon as you join. Yes, so one frequently asked question is it strict in Abu Dhabi or is it strict in the UAE? Yes, so to answer that question, yes, thanks for joining. Yes, so to answer the question, is it strict here in the UAE? I would say yes, it is somewhat strict, but I wouldn't necessarily call it strict. It is just that as residents here, you have to abide by the laws. You know, in some countries where the laws are there, but they are not followed, here in the UAE, every law is to the T. If you are not supposed to do something and you are caught doing it, then there's going to be implications for that. You can be arrested or charged for the simplest thing, as long as it is not something that is allowed, tolerated, and you're found doing it. Yes. So I wouldn't say that it is strict. What I would say, because I haven't had a problem with, doing anything out of the law that is not allowed, because what I find here that not knowing the law is not an excuse for doing something wrong. So you can't say, I didn't know that that wasn't allowed. No. Whenever you're going to visit a new country, the onus is on you to know the laws of the country. And if you know the laws of the country, then you just go ahead and abide by those laws. So I wouldn't say it is strict. I would say you have to abide by the laws. And if you abide by the laws, then you are fine. Right? Yes, if you abide by the laws here, then you are fine. And I don't see either where women are restricted. I know maybe in some other of the Gulf regions, women might be, maybe restricted in doing some things, but here, I wouldn't say the law is strict. I feel so safe here in the Middle East because things are under control. And like I said, people abide by the laws. There are cameras absolutely everywhere, guys, everywhere you can think of. For me, I think the only place here that a camera is not placed is in the bathrooms, in the public bathrooms. But every corner, everywhere you are watched. And for that reason, people abide by the laws here. I can leave my phone here and come back and find it. I find that I can go into the supermarket and I want to go and use the washroom or the restroom or the toilet, whatever you call it. And I can just leave my trolley on the outside and I'm going to come back and find it and nobody will take anything from it. Can sleep with my doors open. I don't have to be walking and looking over my shoulder. Yes, so I wouldn't say here is strict, is that there are laws and people abide by the laws. So remember, you can also leave any questions that you want to ask in the comment section. You can go ahead and write them and I'll keep checking as I go along. All right. Volcano, you're up early. What time is it in Jamaica now? Let me see. 10 minutes past 8 in Jamaica, so it's not early. And it is 11 minutes past 5 here in the UAE. It's evening already. So Marlene, you're a teacher in Jamaica, Marlene? And Misbah, are you a teacher? I know you're watching from Dubai. Okay, so in the meantime, another question is everything expensive or affordable? That's another question I get asked. Is everything expensive or affordable? I wouldn't say everything is expensive, but some things are affordable. Rent can be expensive depending on where you choose to live. But if you are a teacher, most of the schools provide accommodation for the teachers. Some schools give you the allowance. Hi, Carrie, Newberry Max. Thank you for joining, Carrie. Where are you watching from, Carrie? Can you type where you're watching from? Thank you for joining. And please like the video as soon as you join. Give the video a thumbs up. Yes, I wouldn't say, yes, I'm a teacher, Marlene. I'm a teacher who has been, oh, you have been applying, Marlene. Keep applying, all right? Remember, I keep telling you, don't give up. Don't give up. At the right time, it will happen. So just keep on applying. You know what I did today? I updated my description box in all of the teaching videos today. Okay, Carrie, you're from Jamaica. Thank you for joining. Yes, I updated all of the teaching videos description box today, so you can go ahead and check if you see new links that you haven't tried yet. But you just have to keep trying. I remember when I was coming to, you just have to keep trying. And once you're in the database, you're in their database. Yes. Whenever something comes up that matches your area, they will I've applied. Oh, you're in contact with Ed Vectors. That's very good, Kerry. What I find is that Ed Vectors, they have I applied to them once, and I realized that they do theirs like step by step. Ed Vectors. Yes, but Ed Vectors is a really a good recruiting agency. And most importantly, while you're applying, keep in mind that you're not to pay any recruiter anything. The only thing, especially for those of you who are coming from Jamaica, um, the recruitment process, you don't pay anything. The only thing you pay for is to get your documents attested. So your bachelor's degree, or if you're using your master's, and your transcript, those things have to be attested in your home country. So that's the thing. That's the only thing you pay for whenever you're applying for a teaching job here, to get your degrees attested in your home country and your transcript. And then after you have them attested, you have to also take them to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. So two attestation you need from the Ministry of Education and the Foreign Affairs. And then when you get into the UAE, you will also have to pay for the UAE attestation. Hi, Saban. Thank you for joining, Saban. How does it feel to work in the UAE? Saban, I'm not going to lie. The UAE is very far from my home country. The UAE is far from Jamaica. When I'm flying home, I fly to the US first, and I can fly to other areas, but I really don't like the long distance, the multiple stops. So I normally take one flight from Dubai to the US, to America, and that's 16 hours on one flight. So for me, I tell people the only disadvantage I find working here is that it's so far away from home, and I am not here with family, so it can get lonely sometimes because I am not here with family. But what I'll say is I have a lot of Jamaican friends here. So from time to time we meet up and we hang out. And of course I have other friends from other nationality I can hang out with. So, but apart from that, it's okay being far away from home. Okay, Misbah, I was teaching in university in Pakistan. I'm searching for a job here. Okay. Yes, so I was saying before, I updated the hi Rashida, welcome back. I'm doing well, thank you. It's the weekend here. It's Thursday. So for those of you who don't know, the work week here in the UAE is Sunday to Thursday. So our weekend is Friday and Saturday, and then we go back to work on Sunday. So it's my weekend here. It's after 5 in the evening here. So Carrie says you must have a US visa. Yes, Carrie. If you're going to travel through the US, Carrie, then you have to have a US visa. However, if you don't, and that is something you have to point out to the school whenever you get a job, they're going to ask you which route you are going to travel. So if you don't have a US visa, then you have to. I know persons without a US visa, they travel through Germany. They travel through like some of the European countries. They also go through Panama, and they go through Amsterdam. Yes, so I can tell you more about the different routes. Yes, so you don't have to have a US visa, but if you have a US visa, then that's the easiest route to travel. But if not, Lots of persons are here without a US visa and they travel through different routes that doesn't require a US visa. What you would get if you don't have a US visa and you're traveling through other countries, you get what is called a transit visa when you get to the airport. Okay, official volcano. If you were to choose between Jamaica and the UAE, where would you choose and why? Volcano, to be honest, I am here in the UAE just because of the benefits. I love my home country. I miss my friends back home and my family. So I am here just because of the benefit. It's a beautiful country, though. And trust me, a lot of persons have made the UAE their home because their family is here. One of the best benefits is that your salary is tax free here. Yes, your salary is tax free. So whatever you get, whatever you are paid, you get all of that in your pocket and you go decide how you want to spend it. So that's a plus, not paying getting a tax-free salary. But of course, like I said, I love my home country, so but I'm only here because of the benefits. But lots of families are here for number of years because it is better in terms of family and health care and so on. It's better than in their home country. All right, so let me try to go through some more questions. Suban. Okay. Hi, Gift. Shiny. I don't want to say your name incorrectly, but your question is I love your channel. You are doing a fantastic job. Keep it up. Love from Nigeria. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hi, Rashida. How are you? And Sadiq. Hi, Georgia. What is the best time to apply for UAE government teaching jobs? Right now is the hi, Tarina. That's my friend Tarina, who's also here. Guys, I want you to go over to Digital Moments with Tarina. She's here in the chat box too. She has a YouTube channel, and she'll provide you with lots of information too. So you can go over to Digital Moments with Tarina, and also subscribe. Yes, so Sadiq, now is a perfect time. Lots of schools have already done their recruitment, but schools are still recruiting right now. So now is a perfect time if you want to start in August. Now is the time to be to apply. All right. So, and one of the best ways is to keep doing a Google search because what I find now, back then schools usually just give out their website links or their HR emails to apply to, but lots of schools now are going through agencies. They're turning over their recruitment to agencies or different website links. So that is why Google search is an effective way to search for jobs. So what you can do, one of the best ways to search is just to go on Google and type in teaching vacancies in the UAE, and that is going to give you jobs across these 7 Emirates because we have 7 Emirates here. But I know a lot of persons specifically want to work in Dubai. I don't know why. But all the 7 Emirates are lovely and they give you the same benefits. So don't narrow down your search to one place. So just go ahead in the Google search box and type in teaching vacancies in the UAE. And yes, like I said, again, I updated my description box today for the teaching video. So you can go ahead and check out the ones that you haven't applied to as yet. Suban, I'm about to complete my graduation. Oh, yes, Suban. Of course, you're going to be eligible. When you apply for jobs, you're going to see that some jobs say they do employ, they will call it NQT. That stands for newly qualified teachers. So there are jobs that employ persons who are just leaving straight out of university or college, right? So don't let that deter you from applying. You can go ahead and apply just the same. Thank you for that compliment, Rashida. Yes, I'm all about helping persons. I want to see persons, reach where they want to reach because I know a lot of us we love our home country, but the opportunities and the experiences and the benefits that we might need, they're not offered in our home country, so we have to go elsewhere to seek them. All right, remember to like the video as soon as you come in, like the video. What's Marlene, what is the discipline and learning style? Discipline. So I like to be honest with you all. I remember when I first came here, I had to adjust my classroom behavior management strategies that I had from back in Jamaica. In Jamaica, I was able to shout at the kids. Yes, I'm gonna be straight up with you. In Jamaica, I was able to shout at the kids. Yes, I could say, "Sit, stop the noise," or something like that. When I came here, I had to change that. The kids aren't used to and they don't appreciate, not even administration, they don't appreciate when you shout at the kids. You have to step up your classroom behavior management regime. I would say though that in your class, you are not going to find the majority of the kids misbehaving. You might have a one or two or three, but on a wide scale, the discipline is not bad. You're just going to find that you'll have one or two in the class that you really have to be talking to, and you just have to find the right strategy to deal with those kids. And what I know though is that you are supported. Yes, administration supports you with the discipline, and if you just follow the chain of command, we have here in Jamaica, we call them dean of discipline. Here we call them school counselors. So if you're having a problem with a child in your class, you can easily well just call the school counselor and they will come and take the child out of the class, talk to the child. And if needs be, they have to contact the parents, then they will do that. But overall, the discipline is not bad. It's manageable. All right. Okay, yes. Digital moments with Tarina. Yeah, she's asking that I share some of the websites with you now. Remember to go over to Digital Moments with Tarina and subscribe to her channel too. She's a teacher here in Abu Dhabi. All right, so let me open up some of those websites that I can share, or better yet, I'll put them in the description box. All right, I'll put them in the description box as I go along, as they come back to my memory. Let me take another question. Thank you, Sadiq. Oh, you're from West Africa. Yes, you do stand a chance. Trust me, there's so many different nationalities here in the UAE. Actually, us as expert teachers, and not just teachers, but other job areas, we make up the larger part or the largest part of the population here in the UAE. We are more expats are more than the natives. Yes, so people from every nationality that you can think of, they're here in the UAE. You're not going to come here and find nobody from your country. Mm-mm. Michelle Mattis. Oh, you're Latoya's friend. Welcome, Michelle. Thank you for joining. Yes, it's my pleasure sharing my experience. Yes, Sadiq, you're good to go. Official volcano. Thank you for that. Oh, an official volcano. He's from Jamaica too, and he has a YouTube channel. So you can go over to official volcano TV channel and subscribe and support him. Hi, Sashana. You're watching from Jamaica. Thank you for joining, Sashana. I hope I didn't miss out anybody's question. Oh, and the learning style. Who was asking that question? I think Marlene. Yes, the learning style. It can be different from what we're accustomed to, Marlene, back in Jamaica. Um, when I came here first, I taught international students. I was in an international school, so I had children from mm, different nationalities all over. So you know the learning styles are different. They were coming from different backgrounds, different curriculum being used in their schools. However, um, here we have well, the UAE is very much big on inclusive education, inclusion in the classroom, I should say, meaning that kids from with different ability levels, different learning styles, they're all in the same classroom. They're not separated. So kids with different abilities, different disabilities, we have to teach them together. However, those kids are supported by a special education needs department. So, and those kids, most times too, they have what we call here a shadow teacher with them. So, a child who has a disability or other learning difficulties, they're supported by a shadow teacher or the special needs department. They are pulled from your lesson like 2 or 3 times per week. They do get individual support from the special education needs department, but as a homeroom teacher, a classroom teacher, you have to include the child in everything. It's just that we have to do differentiated lessons. And when making lesson plans here, you can't just say it is differentiated. You have to, while writing your lesson plans, you have to, it has to be seen where it's differentiated. So you're catering to all the different ability levels in the classes. And most times we have high ability, middle ability, and low ability students. So you have to plan your lessons accordingly to meet the needs of. But what I find though is that the international students, you get the lesson across to them easier because but one challenge is that sometimes English is not their first language. So that makes it a little bit hard for some of the kids because English is not their first language. However, all core subjects, math, science, English, social studies, physical education, those subjects are taught in English. And you know what? The kids. So now I'm in it's a private school, but I teach only Arab kids. So their first language is Arabic, of course. But what I find that if you are saying something to a child in English, of course, well, we're teaching in English, but if I say something and a child struggles to understand what I'm saying, the kids are so, they're really lovely. If you just say to the students, can you tell your friend what I said in Arabic? They're going to do that. Sometimes they offer to do it. They will say, Miss, you want me to tell him what you said in Arabic? So that helps. All right. How does it feel to be a content creator in the UAE? Um, the challenge, official volcano, is that here in the UAE, it is illegal to capture someone's picture. So if I am out in public and I am going to take a picture, I have to make sure that there's nobody behind me or those persons are my friends. As long as it's a stranger, I have to make sure that that person is not captured in my video or in my picture. If someone notices that I'm taking a picture and they might be in my picture, they have the right to come to me and demand that I remove the photo from my phone. So, as a content creator in the UAE, it poses a challenge because sometimes I am out and I really see something I want to capture, but because there are others in view and I don't know them, then I can't capture that moment. So sometimes in my while watching my videos, you might realize I'll be shopping or I'm vlogging and I have to hold the phone away or down on the floor or turn it up into the sky because that means somebody is in view and I can't capture them. So that is a big challenge where vlogging is concerned. And if you notice too, some of you, you watch my teaching videos. I am not allowed to put a child's image in my video. So you will never ever see my kids because it's not allowed to film them. Can you do you believe that even at school on our display boards, we have to get parents' permission first before we can put a child. So let's say a child does something really creative and the child's picture is there or so on, we cannot post the child's picture on the notice board. We have to get parents' permission. If we're going to create a video in school and the school is going to have it running on the school's website, they have to get the parents' consent, and all of that. So that's a challenge where being a content creator here. Thank you. Hi, Varia or Varia. Where are you watching from? Griva or Griva? I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Where are you watching from? Thank you for joining. Remember to give the video a thumbs up. Okay, so I'm gonna type now an email address. This one is an email address, not a website that you can send your applications to. That's another one. Yes, it is a challenge, but I do enjoy creating the videos. I started my YouTube channel during COVID when I was so bored and I was working from home. But my friends actually encouraged me to start this channel. So my earlier videos were just me cooking because I love to cook. So I usually cook and post my meals on Facebook, and then my friends started calling me Chefy G because Georgia is my name. So my friends started calling me Chefy G, and then some of them encouraged me to start a YouTube channel. So I originally started the channel just to just for fun during COVID when I was working from home. And I started cooking and, posting my meals and so on. And then I thought about doing other things, vlogging and all of that. And then, of course, I started doing the teaching videos and so on. And then I realized that a lot of persons liked those videos. And so I do a mix because I showcase my lifestyle or I do motivational talks and so on. Yeah. Hi, Samantha. Thanks for joining. I think I missed a question. Let me go back. Oh, you're from India, Varia. Thank you. You're from India. Oh, yes, Tarina. Yes, another challenge with being a content creator and something that is not allowed. There are some buildings that we're not allowed to take pictures of. Yes, so sometimes you'll see some very beautiful buildings, but you can't take the picture of it, especially government buildings. So, like the embassy, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, there are some buildings that you're not allowed to take pictures of. So, at all times before we hold our cameras up, we have to make sure, sometimes even if the building is far away, but it's going to be captured in your picture, you can't take a picture of it. So you have to be mindful of that too. Um, was going to say something and I forgot. Yeah, so that's another challenge, taking pictures of some buildings. Hi, Black Girl TT. Hi, Binoy, you're from Sri Lanka. Thank you for joining. All right, you want me to help your wife find a job? All right, so you can check out my videos on my channel, of course. I have what I do is to refer persons to websites. So I am not in contact with any recruiter, or I'm not a recruiter either. I just basically help persons, by referring them to websites that they can send their CVs to. And some persons from time to time send me their CVs and ask me to edit it for them. So I do that also in a timely manner, of course. Yes, but some persons do send me their CV and ask me to edit it for them. But what I basically do is to provide you with websites where you can send your CVs to. And also, I have a video up with questions that you are asked here during the interview. So you can, yes, in the video, I also answered some of the questions. So you can check that out too. But what I really do, Binoy, is just to provide websites in which you can go ahead and send your CVs to. Hi, E-Ray. Hello. Where are you watching from, E-Ray? Can you comment and tell me where you're watching from? Thank you for joining. And you can go ahead and give the video a thumbs up, like the video as soon as you join. Oh, you've been from 2015 official volcano. Okay, that's great. Keep on doing what you're doing. Your channel will continue to grow. You're watching from New York. Thank you for joining. Are you thinking of working here in the UAE, Ray? So I have another Jamaican teacher here also in the chat, Black Girl TT. She's also from Jamaica and she's a YouTuber too, so you can go ahead and check out her channel. Okay, you're looking to relocate in 2022. Yes. Yes, you can go ahead and for 2022, January or August, yes. For 2022 jobs, you can start applying in October. So that if you want to join in January or you want to join in August. But guess what, guys? They employ teachers right throughout the year. So recruitment is always ongoing because from time to time persons have to leave for different reasons. Sometimes persons contract end and they have to go back home, or they choose to go back home, so they will leave. So recruitment is it's ongoing, because when I came here to the UAE, I came in October of 2017. So teachers leave, family emergencies, all sorts of things happen and persons leave. So recruitment is ongoing. But if you're planning for 2022, October of this year is a very good time to start applying. Somebody was asking about the heat. Oh, gift. The heat, it is getting hot. It feels like summer is already here. It is very hot. And I actually walk to school. So, because my school is just a 5 minutes walk from the apartment. So I walk to school, and trust me, it is very hot. And it's not even hot yet as it will be. It is very hot now. Now is not the time for a vacation in the UAE. Okay, so Samantha is saying some of the websites recruit based on where you are from. Um, I wouldn't say it is the website that recruits based on where you're from, but schools tend to ask for some of the schools, I should say, they tend to ask specifically for the nationality that they want. That's what I find. So it's not that the recruiter is just accepting applications from certain countries. It's that if they're recruiting for a school, some schools specifically say we want persons from the US, or we want persons from the UK, or we want persons from South Africa. That's how they do it. But what I know is that before the coronavirus started, it was much easier to get a job here. It was so much easier. But there's so much travel restrictions all over. So what I find that most of the schools from last year, they were asking for persons who are already in the UAE, because then they wouldn't have to be dealing with the many restrictions re-traveling. So they were trying to recruit persons who are already here. But of course, schools are still doing it, because I have a friend who came last year, August, the end of August or the first week of September, and she came up from Jamaica. She didn't have any international experience like some schools are asking for, that they need persons with international experience. So that's why I know that is not a factor. Yes, some schools will say we want persons with international experience, but they're not going to always find that. So they will still have to employ persons who are coming straight up from their home country. Uh, yes, they ask for a bachelor's degree in education. So it can be in early childhood education, in primary education, in secondary education. It's just that for ADEC, well, ADEC is in Abu Dhabi, and KHDH in Dubai. They they specifically, whatever you're going to be teaching, that must be written on your degree. So if they're going to employ you as a primary teacher, then your degree must say bachelor's in education primary, or bachelor's in education secondary, or if you are, for example, special education, yes, then it says bachelor's in education or special education. But the main thing is that whatever they're going to employ you to teach, that must be what you are trained in. That must be the thing that is written on your degree. Okay, yeah. So if your master's is in education, that is even perfect. To be honest, I have a master's degree, but I'm not benefiting from it, because I didn't use it when I came to the UAE. I finished it just before coming to the just oh, that scares you. Yeah, I finished my master's just before coming to the UA, or did I get it while I was here? I know I didn't have it in hand when I came here, so they employed me with my bachelor's degree. And because I'm a primary education teacher, so my bachelor's degree says bachelor's in education primary, but my master's is in literacy instruction. So because I am not a literacy teacher, or I'm not in the special education unit, then I'm not benefiting from my master's. But if you have a master's degree in education, then that makes your salary even better. Yes, as right, Ire, as Black Girl TT is saying, some schools will look at the degree and not the master's. Yes. So if they look at your degree in a specific content area, it means that for example, if you're secondary trained, then if you're a math specialist or science is your area of specialty, then that's what they're going to want to see. And then they are going to match that with your transcript. Yeah, my school does that too. They look at your bachelor's degree, but if you have a master's in education when they're employing you, then they will increase your salary based on that, or your salary would be based on that. As long as it's a master's in primary education or secondary or whatever area in education you're trained with, they'll pay you for that. But Samantha, keep applying, Samantha. Don't, even though they say they want persons from, if they're specifically saying which nationality, don't let that stop you from applying. And even when it says you must have international experience, still go ahead and apply, because they're not going to always find what they're looking for, specifically what they're looking for. So still go ahead and send it out. And send out as much as you can. You know, in Jamaica, applying for jobs and you sent out multiple CVs, yes, send them to every website and just keep checking and checking and checking for new links. Okay, so another question that I was asked. Oh, I answered that one already. What made me move abroad? Yes, the salary, the benefits was what made me move. Have you found it hard to make friends, and how did you meet such fantastic people? It's not hard to make friends if you are a friendly person. For me, I don't start up conversations. Um, I wouldn't say I make friends easily, because I'm not going to be the one to go into a room and just start up a conversation. However, it's not hard to make friends. And the beautiful thing about being here is that you get to have friends from different nationalities. Yes. So, and that if you are someone who likes to travel, this place gives you the opportunity to travel. Yes. So many countries are neighboring the UAE, so it's easy for travel for you to learn to go to new places. So meeting friends, it is not hard, and you try different foods, you go hang out with different nationalities and try their food. Of course, everywhere you go, you're going to find people who are stuck up, or um you'll not be, you won't probably make friends with them easily because they're stuck up and all of that. And there are some persons who stick to their own nationality. But however, it's not hard to make friends. Hi, Michael. Welcome. I have a degree in entrepreneurship and I think, Michael, maybe in a government school, they probably would be easier for you to get into a government school, because most of the I mean, in the Ministry of Education jobs, yes, because most of the international schools and some of the other private schools, they specifically want a bachelor's degree in education. But I know some of the MOE jobs, they will take they teach English as a foreign language along with your experience and so on, but not mostly. Yes, gift. As long as your degree is in education and you have the teaching experience, you will get a job. When I came here, I didn't a teaching license wasn't a requirement. I know that there are some schools that are asking for it, but when I came here, it wasn't a requirement. But yeah, I realized some schools are asking for a teaching license. Okay, one thing that I haven't done since living here, guys, I don't try new things. So I'm here for 4 years now, and I've not tried anything new in terms of food. I've not eaten anything that I wasn't used to before. So whenever I go shopping, I look for the food, something similar to what I would eat back home. So chicken and fish and just about the things I would eat back in my home country. I've not tried any Arabic food. Yes, Black Girl TT, I know you try new things. Yes, that is weird of me though. I don't know. I eat so I'm a funny and picky eater. So I only eat what I know before. Yeah. All right. So Sashana is asking how did your family take it when you decided to move to the Middle East? Girl, it's it's still the biggest decision I've made in my life. It's the biggest risk I've taken to date because before moving here, I knew only one person before coming, and she's in the comment box here too. Digital Moments with Tarina, right? Tarina. She came here, I think, a month or 2 months before me. So she was the only one I knew before coming. And I remember when I told my family I was coming, they weren't really enthused. They were happy that I was moving to somewhere, yes, because of the benefits, but um, they were scared more than I was. Trust me, they were scared more than I was. But I remember the night before coming, I couldn't find my passport. I couldn't find my passport the night before coming, and I started panicking and started wondering if this was a sign that I shouldn't come. And I spent the better half of the night searching for the passport. I was looking in every bag I possibly used, and I was saying, God, maybe this is maybe this is you telling me that I shouldn't come. And then I found it, and I remember when on my way to the airport, just before I could actually see the airport, and that's when the reality hit me I that I had resigned my job. The reality came that moment that I had resigned my job. I was going to a new country where I knew only one other person. And can I tell you guys, I I started crying. I cried. I can't tell you how much I cried. And even after I got into the airport and I checked in, I kept on. My mom was there, then I kept on crying, crying, crying. But she remained so strong. She didn't cry, but she told me, I think, like a week after getting here, she told me how scared she was, but she didn't want to break down. She didn't want to start crying and and cause me to see that she was crying. So she pretended to be tough. because she didn't want to see me to see her crying. But she too told me afterwards that she couldn't believe when I told her I was coming here, she didn't even know anything about Dubai, the Middle East. Well, she knew of the Middle East, but not Dubai. She didn't know anything about it, and she told me how scared she was for me and so on. But she couldn't believe that because yes, it was really rough. Official volcano was really rough. Um, the whole process in getting here was smooth because my recruiter, she was with me every step of the way. Direct teacher recruitment, she was with me. Her name is Claire. She was with me every step of the way. She was very detailed. She looked about everything. She gave me the interview questions, give me pointers. She called me. Yeah, she even shared her WhatsApp with me, and she called the day before of the interview. So everything was fine. So I wasn't worried. And what I made sure to do after I did the interview, the morning of the interview, I made sure to go when that was the time I got the name of the school on the day of the interview, and I made sure to go on Facebook and on Google and to search if there was a school actually with that name. Because guys, we can't be too careful, right? We have to check out everything. So I made sure to go and check that the school name was real, and I read the reviews and all of that. But I cried so much. And after they dropped me off and they were gone, I kept on crying just the same. And after I got from the flight from Jamaica to JFK in America, it was an 8 hour layover. Yeah, and I sat there all by myself and I was wondering what is this I'm doing? What is this I'm doing? And everything was becoming a reality at that time that you resigned your job. This is it. You're going somewhere that you don't know and basically really don't know anybody much except for one person. But and the flight was 16 hours, yes, from the US here. And I sleep and wake, sleep and wake, sleep and wake, sleep and wake, and it felt like I was reaching. But of course, when I got to the airport, because the school arranged everything, so when I went outside, there was somebody there holding up a card with my name on it. So I knew that was the person who was gonna pick me up because I saw my name, and uh, and it was late in the night too. But the school driver, he picked up the vice principal, and they took me to my apartment, and they bought like toiletries and little things for breakfast, like to last me for a week. And I had, yes, and they provided my bedding and everything. So the sheets and everything were there. Yes, that was faith in action, Sashana. Yes, and then the following day they took me out to get a SIM card and to pick up some things and to convert my money and all of that. So it was smooth sailing. But can I tell you, I'm going to be honest with you too. There were nights when I got up and I was just crying, crying, crying because at the end of it, you realize that you left your family back home. And especially, well, I'm not married, no kids. So it was basically me, my parents, and my friends that I was really missing. But I would get up at nights and I was just there crying, crying. When the reality that you are in this four wall all by yourself, you're going to have to meet new friends and all of that. But as time went on, it became better. And the beautiful thing for me is that thank you for joining, Kali J. Thank you. Hi, I was Carrie. Yes, thank you for joining, Kali J. Please give the video a thumbs up as soon as you join. Thank you. Yes, but that was fine. As the months went by, I became more comfortable. And yeah, and this is me 4 years down. So Carrie's asking, are there resources provided for teachers to assist or in a definitely resources are provided, and working here in the UAE, you can't be afraid of technology. Working here in the UAE, even outside of coronavirus, even before that, you have to be a friend of technology. Yes, in your classroom, there is multimedia projectors, whiteboard, interactive whiteboard, document camera, um, computers, yes, additional computers for the kids to do independent work sometime. They provide you with tablets or iPads to use in your lessons. And yeah, resources